So, yeah. So when you hear the word trust, what comes to mind?
When I hear the word trust, an emotion comes to mind. Trust means to me is digging deep to open yourself up to someone or something that you don't know that person, or you don't know what they're going to do with the information you give them, but you're having faith that they're going to keep it to themselves. You're having faith in them, that they have a protective heart over you, they have a protective covering over you. And it's like when that trust is broken, it feels like a rejection. Because you're trusting somebody with something sacred that's in your heart, that might be a childhood incident, or it might be something that you're going through at that point in time, and you need somebody to confide in. So you're trusting them with information. So it's like an emotion. It's like a feeling. So if you break someone's trust, it's just like you breaking a covenant. So I'm thinking of it like a covenant. So trust is like a covenant. Because you got to think about it. In a word, you know, we trust in him instead of on our own understandings. So we're leaning on him and trusting in him on our own understanding instead of our own understanding. So it's like when you're trusting and leaning on people, you want them to be the foundation and rock that holds you up in certain situations, or that listening ear. Because right now, with your own understanding, you might be going left and right and not really thinking clearly. So that's where trust goes in. It's like that person that has your back when you're falling. So when you're falling, you need to be caught by somebody that's covering you, that's going to protect you. But if you trusting in somebody that has no good intentions for you, it's just like you're falling and you're having a covenant with the enemy. So it depends on like the person that you're opening it up to when you're giving your all to, like that trust, especially that friend. That's why they say some friends are loyal and some are not. So it really depends on who you putting your trust in. So if you trust in people like you trust in God, then that covenant won't be broke. But if you just trusting in people because you going off of like an emotion or a feeling, then you will be always walking around broken and depleted because you're putting your trust in people. You're putting your trust in man instead of putting your trust in him, because we're quick to run to man first instead of trusting in him first.
Wow.
So it's acknowledging that we got to trust in him first, not man, not H-I-M, capital H, capital I, capital M.
That's
him.
Good. That's good.
Not her, not him.
That's good.
Him. Trust in him first. And stop moving him out of the equation. Because if God is your center focus equation, it don't matter who's on the left or right. Because if you're trusting in him first, the equation will balance out. But if you trusting in him and her on what's going on with the situation in your life or what you're going through, it's just like a seesaw. Your emotions going to be up and down.
Wow, that's good.
So when I think of trust is sacred. You can't buy trust. You have to earn it.
Okay.
So people have to earn your trust just like you have to earn other people's trust. And we earn God's trust by staying in alignment with him. So when you get out of alignment with him, of course, you know, he loves us. He gives us mercy and grace. But then we wonder when we get slapped on situations because we're not trusting in him and trusting in man. So that's where the fall off comes at. That's where the frustration comes at. That's where the stress comes at. Because we're not trusting in him. H-I-M. Capital H, capital I, capital M. Instead of trusting in him and her. So to me, trusting in emotion. It's an emotion, but it should be an action. So what are you acting on with your trust? Who are you talking to? Who are you confiding in? You got to go to the source first instead of plugging into everybody else around you. So that's what I feel like trusting.
Dope.